You are watching the energy outlook for the week starting 25th of November 2024. My name is Marcello Kolax. I'm the managing director at Clever Markets, and I am guiding you through the markets today. But before we get going, just a little announcement. I am very happy to say that I was invited to be a keynote speaker at the X Energy Exchanges conference next year on the 8th of May 2025. So if you're around, just say hello. Also, if your trading team is anywhere between Athens and Amsterdam, then do let me know. I am very rarely in Europe, but when I am, I'm very happy to just come along and do a technical analysis academy bespoke for your team. Just get in touch, send me a DM on WhatsApp if you already have my number, or simply on LinkedIn. All right, let's get going with the markets. Now, let's start with the TTF front month. So I will go into detail what the TTF is doing, and then we'll just have a quick look at the other gas and power contracts because it's more or less the same. The detail does, however, differ. So first of all, on the weekly chart, we are bullish within the ascending channel. So that doesn't change, right? And right now, we seem to be forming a bearish candle. So this looks like a shooting star. By textbook, it doesn't quite qualify because the upper wick has to be longer. No problem. The idea behind it, the sentiment is the same. The bulls try to push higher, accelerate the trend, didn't quite work out. So now I'm looking at 44.8 because below that level, we would be seeing a decline towards the channel. So you can see here on the weekly chart, the preferred case is just a very shallow correction. Doesn't have to be, as long as we are making a higher low inside the channel, the bulls can still continue higher overall. All right, so on the daily chart, a little bit more interesting. So here also, bam, we are at the upper end of the ascending channel. We do have not quite a bearish engulfing. This still qualifies as a dark cloud cover. So that means we have a green candle, and then we have a red candle that opens higher, goes past the midway point of the preceding green candle, and that is a bearish setup. It's not quite as bearish as a bearish engulfing, but the bears gave it a good try. It's especially important because the pattern happened at the channel resistance. We are in an uptrend. We are getting a preliminary bearish signal from the stochastic. So it is looking pretty bearish to me. But we really want to wait for a confirmation. And can you see the candle pattern would be validated well below the candles, which also coincides with a 23.6% FIB retracement near 46.83. That's why also on the weekly chart, this is such an important level. We really must wait for a move below this before we can say, now we have a downside correction going on. Shallow corrections only go to the 38.2% FIB. Deeper corrections can go to the 50%, 61.8% before the bulls give it another try. All right, so the alternative scenario is just what we had last week. Yeah. So if really like nothing happens and we remain within the range 46.83, 49.55, then nothing will happen for quite some time before we continue higher. Well, this mini sideways trend, if it was to happen, is best traded on the hourly chart. So let's have a look at the hourly chart. So you know, the analysis is top down. We're trying to get a broad direction, then the more detail, right? However, the markets move bottom up. So we get our first signals usually on the lower level charts. And here we are looking at the hourly chart. Big picture, we are bullish as long as we are within the ascending channel. And the trend is in place until it's not. So even if my preference is bearish continuation, at the time of filming this, the market is still within the channel. So this Monday morning, we'll need to see what happens. And we can also see that last Friday, ended with a doji candle. So doji simply means the market tried to push higher, tried to push lower. In the end, there was no winner, and the market is fairly balanced. It's indecisive. There's no clear winner. This candle pattern happening at the channel support, very important. So the market can go either way. So do keep an eye on the extent of the wicks of the doji. Below it, the bears will continue, which will also trigger the down leg on the daily chart. If we bounce, then we are more likely to swing sideways, at least a little bit. So I hope you found that useful. Do get in touch if your team is ready to fully implement technical analysis with a mini course at the start of May 2025. Do reach out. Other than that, everyone have a good good start of the week. Oh my God. And see you around. Bye bye.